Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make two items. First, I'm going to make a cheesecake. Nothing special, nothing exuberant, just cheesecake. So I'm starting with 32 ounces, which happens to be, in this case, 4 8-ounce bars of cream cheese, and it's already room temperature. Let me get it in here. I'm going to mix it up real quick just to get it mixed up a little bit. Okay, to that I'm going to add 2/3 cups of sour cream. Again, room temperature. And this is almost like a dump everything at once. We're not creaming anything for 10, 12, 8 minutes. We're just dumping everything all at once. So that is my 2/3 cups of sour cream. I'm adding 4, I've already cracked them, room temperature eggs. I'm going to beat them up a little bit. And the thing is with this cheesecake recipe, you want to get everything pretty much in at the same time and ready to go because you don't want to overmix it. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring, 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I have 2 teaspoons, I'm only going to use half of that, of lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon juice, and then a cup of sugar. And that's it. And everything gets mixed just until it's mixed well. I will stop it once just to get everything mixed in again. Because, you know, sometimes everything kind of falls, doesn't always mix together very well. So I'm going to stop it. And scrape the bowl. As you can see, it's still a little bit lumpy in here. Stuff sticks to the spatula, but that's okay. I'm going to get in here and stir it around a little bit just to make sure everything is off the bottom, because the cream cheese is a little heavy, even though it's, you know, room temperature. I have already preheated my oven to 325. And I pre-baked for 12 minutes my already made graham cracker crusts. It's easier just to buy it already made. And give that a little help with a whisk, just to make sure it's mixed up very well. It's a little wonky right now. I always reach for the smallest thing. So I don't know what's going on. Put it back in and let it finish mixing. Come on. For whatever reason, I'm having trouble locking it today. Lock it this way. Okay. Now I'm going to give it a good fine mix all over everything. Yeah, that happens all the time. It's okay. Just something else for me to clean up. And into the oven for an hour. So I'm setting my timer. For 1 hour. Now, the next thing is I am going to make, let me get this all out of the way. Part of my meal today is going to be potato salad. Let me get you set up so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I have already boiled 4 russet potatoes. So I had to peel them and slice them. Regular square size, bite-sized pieces. And the thing with making potato salad is you want to make sure that you don't overcook your potatoes. So that's the one thing you need to be careful of. And I'm going to get a bigger bowl. I can see that right now. My big stainless steel bowl, you can't see in it, but it's bigger. Okay. And we like simple potato salad, not a whole lot of everything in it. So the only thing that I put in it chopped onions, relish, pickle relish, sweet pickle relish. And you know what? As I always say, measure and taste as you go along because you may not like the amount that I put in. So just pay attention to what you like. And I have 5 hard-boiled eggs. So I'm just going to chop them in. Real quick and easy, right in my hand, chop, chop, chop. Because, and don't worry about size, because once you start mixing, they will get smaller. So you don't want to worry about chopping them too small in your hands because they're going to fall apart and get chopped up smaller as you mix. So that's 2, this is 3. And as I said, it was 4 big russet potatoes. Now you may not need as many eggs, or you may not want eggs at all. Some people use green bell peppers, red peppers, celery. I used to do celery, and sometimes I would do olives. My husband doesn't like all of that. He just likes potato salad with eggs and onions, and that's okay. That's fine. And it's just as good. So that is 5 hard-boiled onions chopped right in the bowl. And salt and pepper to taste. Again, it's what you like. And that's probably a good 2 teaspoons, probably. Salt is not going to be as much because I already salted the potatoes when I cooked them. The only other thing I'm going to add to it is a little garlic powder, just a little sprinkle, and onion powder. That. Then a little sugar. I'm just sprinkling in a little. Again, it's what you like, how sweet you want it. And the other thing is mustard. Not everybody does mustard. That's okay. And I use Miracle Whip, which is the reason why I don't need to add a lot of sugar because Miracle Whip is pretty sweet itself. Some people do mayo. I do Miracle Whip. And for that reason, because it is pretty sweet. Now, you will put as much, as little, or as much as you want in here in your potato salad. It depends on how wet, how dry you like it. My husband likes it, as he calls it, moist. He likes it with a lot of moisture in it. He likes it kind of wet. So I usually put a little more potato salad, salad dressing in than you probably would. But that's okay. That's just our personal preference. And I can see just by looking at it that I'm going to need a little more relish. And when I do potato salad, it's a dump. You dump what you want, you dump what you like, and you go from there. There's no right or wrong rhyme or reason to making a good potato salad. It's what you like. As I said, you can omit the relish, you can omit the mustard, but we happen to like it with mustard, relish, and salad dressing. And the main thing to remember is not to overcook your potatoes because then you'll end up with mashed potato salad. So you want them to be fork tender. Oh, let me sample it real quick. When you're cooking, you taste as you go. You're the cook, you get to taste it. And it's great. Oh, that was good. Perfect. I don't need to add any more salad dressing, salt, pepper, sugar. And I'm going to put it in a nice clear bowl so you can see how it looks. And as always, paprika. And there is my quick and easy potato salad. I hope you try it. Hope you'll like it. Doesn't take long, doesn't take all day. Quick and easy. I will be back to show you my cheesecake. So I know I told you before in the beginning what my plans are. My plans are to bring you along with me as I decorate. And you may have, I hope you were able to see the first room, that first blue oasis that I did. The next room I'm going to do is my office. I am just putting my office together, so I picked out a beautiful color for the walls. Actually, I didn't pick it out. My daughter picked it out. I gave her some samples and she chose that one. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. But in the meantime, when the weather started getting nice here, I was able to get out in the yard and start planting some things. So I've planted 4 elephant ears. Yes, those elephant ears. I'm going to keep talking about them until they come up nice and big and you get to see them. I worked with my daughter the other day, pulling up bushes from her yard and transplanting them into my back hill. As you know, or you may not have seen it yet, I have a hill in the back of my yard, just a small incline. And so I'm putting things like butterfly bushes, catmints, hostas, just to bring some beautiful life to that little area that I can sit and look at and enjoy while I'm sitting on my deck. So these are the kinds of things that I'm doing. Other than just hanging out in the stores and shopping, I want to get my house up to where I want it to be since it's still new and it's still, white walls. So this is what I'm going to be doing, not just cooking. Whenever I decide I want something interesting to cook, I'm going to bring you along so that you can see it. And trust me when I tell you, everything that I cook is quick and easy. So there's no being in the kitchen all day. It may take an hour to bake something, but getting it together is quick and easy. And that's where I'm working at. But as I said, I'm going to be working inside the house, getting color on my walls, and out in the yard, getting colors out in the yard. So just, hang on with me. And I appreciate you coming to visit with me. So I'll be back in a minute to show you this beautiful cheesecake.
Okay, here we are. It's baked. It baked for an hour and 10 minutes. Of course, it's going to take a couple of hours to cool. It's best when you let it sit in the refrigerator for a while. So I'll tell you what, maybe I'll come back another day when I'm doing something else and just show you once I cut it. I'm not going to cut it tonight because it's too hot. But I just wanted you to see, yes, it cracked, but that's okay. I'm not that great at fixing it so that it won't crack, but it's going to taste great. Thank you. And please like and subscribe.